Hello, everybody. It's Thanksgiving night, and this is Wesley with Algwoutdoors. Outdoors. Just want to wish everybody again. Hope you guys had a happy and good Thanksgiving. Hope all your tummies are full and you're about ready, probably for bed, depending on what time zone you're in. But tonight we're going to go over soft plastics, my recommendations for Christmas list items on soft plastics, and I'm going to go ahead and recommend the hooks. Um, basically, Senkos are probably my number one recommendation, and you don't have to buy the Gary Senkos, Gary Yamamoto brands. They're good, they're durable, and I do highly recommend them. For beginners, if you don't want to spend a lot of money, you can get Yumdingers. I recommend those. Those are unfortunately only good for about 3 bass. They get tore up pretty quick. But Clearwater, I recommend Green Pumpkin, Watermelon Red Flake, Green Pumpkin with chartreuse tip tails. I had a lot of luck with those this past year. Baby Bass is a good color. For dirty water, black and blue, red and black. Those are probably the top 2 colors for that. Also recommend same colors in ribbon tail worms, just about any size. Same thing with Senkos, Yumdingers, stuff like that, stick baits. They range in sizes from like 4 to 6 inches, I think. All real good baits. Also, you got your craw baits, creature baits, craw baits. The most luck I've had is with the Berkeley Pit Boss. Had some good luck with this soft plastic earlier in the year. Creature baits, brush hogs. I do believe they're Zoom brush hogs. Those are another good one. Again, Green Pumpkin, Watermelon Red Flake, Baby Bass, Black and Blue, Red and Blue, and then get some different colors. Something that you normally wouldn't buy. I'm not saying hot pink or something like that for regular everyday fishing, but something just to mix it up in case the bass have seen the same color over and over and over again. Get something maybe like June bug, or if you have a certain type of craw color during the season that you're fishing, maybe mix it up on color schemes on that. Oh, excuse me. And the other thing is mix up your lengths. Don't just go out and buy all 4-inch or all 6-inch. Same thing on the craws. Don't buy all 4-inch. Get some smaller ones. Get some bigger ones. Your craws are also going to be good for your jig trailers, but jigs will be another video. Slow them down, speed them up, just depending on how the fish are biting for the day or the evening, whichever it is you're fishing. Hooks. I usually go with 3/0 worm hooks. You can also go to 4 if you're throwing 3s and you're not getting the hook sets for whatever reason. You might have a dull hook. It happens. Or you just might not be, the bass just may not be taking it far enough in. If you switch to a 4/0 hook, you might be able to straighten that out a little bit, but most of my stuff I throw on 3/0 hooks. Just mustads are pretty good. Gamakatsu's, 2 good hook companies that I use most of the time. Try to think of what else that I've had success with. I don't experiment a lot with a lot of different bait companies because everybody makes something similar to a Senko. They got KVD Perfect Plastics. The KVD line has something like exactly the same as a Senko. Also, you know, like I said earlier, Yum Dinger, Berkeley, I'm sure, probably has something like that. Bass Pro Shops brand, all these different things. And same thing with the creature craw type baits. Just throw something out there that maybe they haven't seen before. And you know, soft plastics are a good way to start out. You can either Texas rig them, which is where you have, before you tie your hook on, you want to run whatever size sinker you want to use, whether it be a bullet weight or an egg weight. Most of the time, most people use bullet weights. And then you want to put a either a bobber stop, the string bobber stops, or a plastic or glass bead. And then you put those two things on, whichever you're going to use. And then you go ahead and tie your knot on, and then you go ahead and rig your soft plastic, whether it's going to be creature bait, craw bait, ribbon tail worm, you know, Senko style bait. Carolina rig is where you're going to have your main line coming off your rod, and then you're going to have a two-way swivel. You tie your main line to one end of the two-way swivel. You take your other end of the two-way swivel, and you have basically a leader where you're going to have 12 to 18 inches, kind of depends on how you want to drag the bottom, how far behind you want your bait to be. And then you put, you put your weight in on the front end of the barrel swivel. So it'll be on the two-way swivel. It'll be on the main line coming from your rod. And then on your back leader line, that's where you tie your hook. And then rig your soft plastic, whatever you're going to choose to throw. But you can, you know, Google any of these items. You can find them on Amazon. You can find them on Tackle Warehouse, Bass Pro Shops website, whatever outdoor store is near you. You know, whether you're going to go to Walmart, Meijer, Target, Academy, I mean, Dick's Sporting Goods, Field and Stream, just about anybody that's going to sell baits. Even if you have a local tackle shop, we have a local tackle shop here called Smiley's. I can get quite a bit of this stuff there. One other thing you might want to try with soft plastics is either a fish attractant or one in specific I'm going to be trying next spring and summer is the Spike It with garlic. And you can get it to where you dip it, and not only does it have the scent that, you know, you've picked out, but it's also going to have a color to it, whether it be chartreuse or, you know, they make different colors. But I'm going to be using some of that later. And one thing for spawn season, you kind of want to go with some crazy colors, if you want to call them that, because whether you're on a boat or the bank, you want to be able to see your bait when it's out there on that spawn bed. Depending whether that spawn bed's 20 feet away from you or 60 feet away from you, depending on your casts. Those fish aren't going to really, you know, from my experience, it's more about something's invading their bed, and they're going to protect that bed. And if you have something that's highly visible, in clear water especially, and dark water too, you know, you got something that's highly visible, it's going to help you see your bait and see how the fish are reacting to it. I mean, they might pick it up and move it, and then that's it. And that might be the scent, that might be the lure itself, and, you know, there's a number of different things. Oh, and one last one, because I actually caught my personal best on it this year, on a weightless hyperworm. Hyperworm did real good for me this past year. It is from Lake Fork Lures, and it's basically going to start out looking a few inches. You can get that in up to 4 to 6 inches, I think it is, and my luck was on the 6-inch. About the first majority of the portion looks like a Senko, and then it's going to have a gap and then it's going to have another little segment, and it's going to have another gap, and then it's going to come down maybe about 3/4 of an inch or so, depending on which size you buy, where it's going to have like a tapered worm body to it, and then it's going to have a nice flat tail on it, and that did a lot of good. And those Lake Fork lures, when they say they got garlic to them, they got garlic to them. They don't mess around. They scent the heck out of those things. But that's what I caught my personal best on this year, was a green pumpkin Lake Fork hyperworm, 6-inch, and I was very, very happy that day. I wish I would have been able to record more of that video. But yeah, there's some soft plastic recommendations for a Christmas list, whether you're making your own or buying from somebody else. This is stuff that pretty much going to be on it. You guys have a good night, and I will do my best to see you tomorrow. It's Black Friday, so I will be Christmas shopping, and I also have to pick up the tree, and I have another item I have to pick up for one of the kids. So it's going to be a busy day getting our Christmas picture done on Sunday evening or afternoon, something like that. So I gotta get the tree up tomorrow, preferably, because back to work on Saturday and then off Sunday. So enjoy, like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Heck, you can even share this stuff on Facebook. And another thing that I've been forgetting, it's been a while since I reminded people, it's going to be in the description as well. Algwoutdoors@gmail.com is the email. Wesley Van Devender1, all one word, on Instagram, and Wesley Van Devender on Facebook. So if you guys ever want to get a hold of me on those different social media options, there you go. I'll talk to you later, guys. If it's warm enough, get out and catch something.